This was filmed when I went home for Xmas.
Hi, it's me. It's Dave.
The story behind this one is basically like the review parts of Marimide were filmed as to be part of the first season.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Well, I gotta get it out during this part, Dave. Yeah, the review parts of Marimide were filmed during season 1. It was supposed to be season 1, but you, again, were lax with you were lax with doing all the voiceover for it, so it got pushed back to be the
Magnum PI.
so it got pushed back.
I actually love that show. It's really good.
It got pushed back to be the second season's Valentine's, and we had to, but here's the thing: by second season, you had already moved into your new place, so we couldn't have a show that we already filmed at your parents' house. So we just
fudged it.
Yeah, we just said, "Oh, I went back home for Christmas, and we did an episode while I was there." And it came out for Valentine's.
Yeah, our system now is much more streamlined.
Yeah, definitely. But
young thin me.
This was
whatever happened to you.
What happened to you is that you started eating and drinking, and you fucking got a hernia.
That's true.
You can get your thinness back once you get rid of your hernia. That'll be fine.
Yay! Alright.
But
Fruits a basket.
good old love Hina.
Monogatari.
Yep.
Oh man.
There's so many romance animes out there, dude, and they're all just the same. They're just carbon copies of the same characters with the same voice actors and voice actresses just pasted over and over till the end of fucking time.
Welcome to half the anime market.
Oh yeah, Strange Brew.
Take off, eh?
Oh yeah, this is when you tried to watch Bible Black for the first time, and you're like, no, I'm not doing a Bible. Yeah, this is actually a very close facsimile to your reaction of hey Dave, you should do a Bible Black video. You're like, no, never. And then we did one.
It's only because it wasn't a straight review.
Yeah,
it was a commentary,
and it was with people,
and it was with these guys actually. Yeah. And then your ex called me a big fat loser.
Yes.
Big fat loser.
That became a thing for a while.
Oh yeah.
Then another fantastic piece of artwork.
Big fat loser.
From
Marius Wash.
She sees what you did there, heathen.
Oh god, it makes me glad I didn't go to a religious school.
Yeah.
Our
town didn't really have one.
No, we didn't have a Catholic high school.
No. And we had a Catholic.
The city did.
You had a Catholic priest, or not priest, middle school, but it wasn't even
Oh, we did have a Catholic high school.
What, did we?
Yeah, the French one.
Oh, it was French. God damn it, no.
There's enough French Catholics in the area.
No, here's the thing with Canada's Catholic school system is lots of kids who go to them aren't even religious. They're just oh, it's the closest school in the area, so I might as well go.
Yeah.
It's not even a thing.
Rosa!
This show
is terrible.
I'm gonna put myself on the spot here. This show has the potential to be really good. It does have interesting characters. It does have a halfway interesting setting. It does have a lore and a world to it that is, at the very least, appealing on a surface glance. It's the execution of it that is so fucking horrendous. It's all just slow drama, stupidity. You know? I mean, there's a reason why Utena was good and this show was bad. It's because Utena took the exact same concept and added energy to it.
Yeah.
And this doesn't have any energy.
No, it seems rather lackluster, and this is from someone who actually doesn't mind Jane Austen style writing or movies. That's the thing. I'm the type of guy that could sit through fucking Pride and Prejudice or Emma or whatever.
Yeah, same with me. I'm like that too.
Because I observe their interactions. As much as the plot, because the plots aren't supposed to be overly dynamic.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a character interaction.
Yeah,
that's
the
why
characters have the dynamism.
Dynamism. The dynamics.
Yes. They're the dynamos, and the plot is supposed to be away from them, because that's the way Jane Austen wrote.
Yeah.
Because she was creating microcosms away from the horrors of the Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah.
She was totally surrounded by these, there's constant reports of people dying in these horrific battles.
Yeah.
And, and these young men.
Oh wait, here we go. We brought Princess Fori back for another bit. Have you actually like looked on her Facebook and see what she's doing now?
Drinking.
She's like a big club slut now, man. There's like all these photos of like sponsored by clubs and like dance clubs and fucking rave clubs.
My wallet was in my pocket and it was sticking like that. She probably thought that was my dick.
No, dude, you had a boner while you were hugging her. You just straight up had a stiffy. You were bona fide.
I really doubt it. No, it was cold and she was way younger.
But you were still into her. You're like, yeah, I'd bang her. I'd stick it in her.
No, you.
That's what you said. You said all the time, dude. All the time you want to bang that girl. Hey, she's legal now. She was legal then too. She was 16. That's legal in Canada.
Gross.
But no, yeah, dude, she's this like on her her Facebook is flooded with like automated pictures.
You know, I have
from like various clubs and shit, and she just like club slutting. It's fucking hilarious.
She's a girl in her early she's like 20 or something or 21.
At this point, she's like 22 or 23.
She really?
Yeah. And she's still club
I think she's like 20.
Because she's a gigantic fucking slut.
Well, and this is something that I've been told by women, like women over the age of like 25. That, you know, there are a decent amount of women that aren't quite 25 or like under a certain age where they just do that. They want the attention.
Yep, they're just sending ours.
It's not all of them.
It makes them worthless humans in the end of the day. I wouldn't date a girl like that.
Well, I wouldn't myself because I'd rather.
But here's the thing: I wouldn't date one back when I was the age to date one. Like when I was like 21 or something. I wouldn't have dated a club slut.
I was too shy. No, I was. But then again, I didn't like those places anyway. Regardless of how cool they were outside of a club, I wouldn't want to go in a club.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just they're like meat markets. Yeah. And the only reason I'd be able to stand them is because I'd be drinking. And I mean, don't go into a club sober.
Yeah,
I made that mistake before,
and you just like were horrified.
I couldn't handle it. I went and I drove home. Yeah.
What was it like in there?
Just sweaty and loud and just so much. This is like this percussive mist douchebaggery. There's my one guy. He's a musician.
Were there people like just banging on the floor?
No, B.A. Johnson. I wear some of his shirts on the playthroughs and live riffs and whatever. He has a song called "I Am the Douche Storm," and that's exactly what it struck me like. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the review.
Yeah.
No, you mentioned Jane Austen, and like I do like Jane Austen's writing, and I do like that kind of thing. Like I do like the slower, simple plot but complex characters, and it's all about interaction. Well, I like that kind of stuff
because
especially when it's set in like the 17 and 1800s. Like it works.
Well, and it's Napoleonic times.
Yeah, and like
she hints occasionally at little things here and there, but mostly it's it transports you back to the simpler kind of time because everything that happened in your world was not very big.
Yeah.
Back in the early 1800s.
No. So
now you can pick up a smartphone. You can reach pretty much anyone in the world.
You do a lot.
And I, you know what? Like I like that. I like having that. At the same time, I do find myself just looking for some kind of wish fulfillment in terms of escape. Going back and finding these places where, you know, the biggest problem you had all day was like finding a right suit to put on, or like how to keeping your cows and your pigs and your chickens alive, or just, you know, going to these lordly manors and just kind of figuring out like, oh, this person is worth like 10,000 pounds, and this person's worth like 50,000.
Well, anyway, you're going way the fuck off, Keister here.
Well,
where I'm going with this
it's
is
small
like,
scale. It's a micro system.
I like that type of writing. I like that type of storyline. But this did not. This tried to do it. It had all the feel of it, but it didn't do it.
No, because it never seemed to connect.
Yeah, it never went anywhere. It never did anything. It never advanced anything, you know? And despite that, there are some cool characters. They just, like the blonde girl who's, like, all tomboy and kind of...
Her?
No, not her. Not her. She has, like the spiked hair.
Oh, right.
And she's all like kind of she's like really like laid back about shit.
She looks like the character you liked from School Days.
Yeah, she does actually. Only she doesn't have blonde; she had blue hair. But otherwise, it was the same.
Yeah, same facial structure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, like no one likes the two fucking main leads of this show.
No, they're bland.
Yeah.
They're absolutely bland, and like it's kind of cool that they're coming up with all these. You know, these body like the body politic, essentially of the school.
Yeah.
And they figure out that they have a hierarchy of sorts, and like the sources.
Like
it's not.
No, that's all interesting stuff to explore. They just never did it properly. That's what I mean.
No,
the world was great. The lore of the show was great. The characters were all interesting, but the plot sucked, and the characters never connected with each other, and just nothing ever happened.
I'm not gonna lie. Even filming this one and doing the voice acting for it was bland.
Well, yeah, because
there was only the problem with a bland show is
it just seeped into everything.
Yes, exactly. It's like a depression. It absolutely encapsulated the experience for both of us, but I think more for me.
Yeah,
because I tried to go through and do it because it's mostly voice acting.
Yeah, definitely.
Care to notice?
No, like I sat down one night and just because like Camberly wanted me to watch it with her, so I watched one episode with her, and I fucking pieced out immediately. I was like, fuck this shit. And then like by myself, I sat down and I tried to watch it by myself, and I got through it all in one sitting.
And then you and I tried to watch it.
I got through it all in one sitting, and I just felt dead inside at the end of the viewing. I watched like 13 episodes of this shit all at once.
Yeah. There's only one other show that I've seen that's done something similar to me, and that is a show we have yet to review. But
it did not as bad as this. I know what you're talking about, and no, it didn't.
That show was depressing. It drained me.
What?
It didn't bore me as much as this.
Wait, what were we talking about? Name the show. Oh, okay. No, I thought you were talking about JoJo.
No. What? JoJo? No, I like JoJo.
Okay, well, no, we did piece out of that one, though. Last night, the three of us were watching JoJo, and like we got 5 episodes in, and I'm like, I'm fucking out. Like it was a good show, but I couldn't watch it that much in a row.
Yeah, but then
I just walked out.
They start really shitting on history. That's when like,
I mean, that's when you walked out.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I can't handle this right now. I need a fresh start.
And then we just left Camera Lady alone in the basement, watching it by herself.
Fucking bitch.
Oh yeah, this is the chase scene of like people walking after her.
Really? I thought it was a speedwalking club.
Then she like somehow ducks into the window and hides. They don't actually show it. And how did they not see her jump into the window?
I know this has been disproven, but they're like T-Rexes. They have no peripheral vision.
Yeah.
They don't even show Yumi's window jump either. She just appears inside.
Oh yeah, we missed the part. You were talking about something during this part, but like the whole comparison to Utena and how right now they're in a birdcage greenhouse, just like Utena had. That's what I mean by Utena did it better. Utena had all the symbolism. It had all the
Simpsons did it.
It had all the symbolism.
Symbols.
Shut up. It had all the symbolism. It had all the characters. It just had a better plot. Like everything else came together a lot better.
Yeah,
but like
because they. I get the feeling that with Utena, they knew what they were doing as soon as they started. With this show, I didn't get the feeling that they knew anything that they were doing.
Oh yeah, this was like the one...
Like they were writing it. They were like basically writing a Jane Austen novel and reading out loud, and then they'd give the script that they're reading out loud to the animators, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna roll with it for the time being, but we're gonna run ideas really fast, and then we're gonna fill everything with absolute rhetoric.
No, this was this the beginning of like the actual one story arc that was good?
The Frenchness of it all.
Yeah, that just seemed weird.
It was it's like,
no, there's here's one thing I don't get. It's like, okay, Mari Mayday is like a novel series, like 20 novels. All right, and
how was that interesting?
Past like in like the final novels. You know, the main characters are now in their final year. So all these characters that you've come to grow and to know, they've all graduated and taken off, right?
Yeah.
They still come back to the school once in a while and are like, Man, I miss having, my French little sister. I miss doing all this stuff. It's like, you're in college now.
Yeah, Rosa
Why do you...
Gigante,
Yeah,
Petite-
yeah, they all come back. It's like, why do you still
De
care?
Bouton, Petite Sœur, whatever.
Why do
Yeah,
you
it's
still, like, when you're in college, why do you still care about these bullshit trappings that are held up in this school? Why do you give a fuck anymore?
I don't know.
She's like the only good character in my books.
She's probably the audience injection.
Maybe.
The longest time was playing going to college. That's okay, I'll come back like 10 times next year.
I think it's because she actually had personality and actually gave her a story. Like she had like
Even though she's got like Joey hair, like
I don't care about that. No, it's just like she. Do you recall her story? Because I do. It was one interesting thing.
Was she a runner?
No.
Seems to always be runners for some reason.
No, no. I recall her story above everyone else's because she's the only interesting person. And it was basically, I think you're talking about it right now, actually, in the review. It was basically she is actually a lesbian rather than like all this fake shit.
Okay, yeah, that was the other
and she
thing.
like had a thing for a girl, but like the girl didn't want to come out of the closet because they were at a religious school, so she just bailed on her. Like,
it's like excuse me.
Cough it up, son.
Perks of being a wallflower.
What's that all about?
Well, it's like what this kid who goes his first year of high school.
Yeah.
He makes friends with this guy who's gay, and he's got this thing going on with the captain of the football team. Or is it football? I think it's football. Anyways, yeah, like they're lovers, but the captain guy, like the jock guy, refuses to acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
And it all pretty much backfires after a while.
Yeah. No, it's sort of the same thing. Like, oh yeah, this was the stuff you didn't like doing because it was just so awkward.
Yeah, that shot. Oh my god.
That one too. Yeah. Well, you're not a very flexible guy.
It's a bad chair to do it into.
Yeah.
Like it was too tall.
Yeah.
I'd been able to do it like my chair.
Yeah.
That's short enough. I could probably do it.
Yeah. But yeah, like this. Yeah. See, this is it. This is it. Where basically the two of them like each other, but
The hell.
that was from Lost. Actually, it looks like. Yeah, it's Lost. No, the two of them like each other, but she doesn't want to come out of the closet, and she's like, "Listen, just run the fuck away with me." And they go, and she just bails and just
So there was running of some kind.
and then she just
I
was right. She leaves at the train. I remember this perfectly. She leaves at the train station. And shut up. No. I just think that's like the only interesting story in the show.
Yeah, because it's actual
Stuff's happening.
Well, yeah, and it's an actual sexual something legitimately sexual in nature.
Yeah, like
instead of like, hold my hand while we go down the stairs.
Yeah, like
would you please take my arm that we made you talk to Lord make something or other.
Yeah,
I just
strange.
spaced out. My corset is too tight.
They act like they're here's the blue ball,
Oh.
the giant blue. Yeah.
Ugh, some of those devices just flopped.
I don't know. No, you were talking about blue balls, and there was a blue ball, and you rolled into the camera for a cut. It kind of worked.
I love these.
Oh yeah, the the censored porn. Thanks, Superman. You saved me.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
censored porn. Like I've actually been to like the censored porn website. It's like a site where they're just full of them.
No, I haven't. I've been to a lot of weird websites, but I haven't been to that one.
Yeah. No, there's. Yeah, this is the only.
Summer.
This is the only storyline that actually had something going on. But meanwhile, everyone else acts like something going on. They're like, you're like, oh, you're my girlfriend. Hold my hand or take my arm or
take my virginity.
Or should I buy you chocolates? But there's no actual romance there. They're just acting like fucking pomps.
No, what they're doing is filling a void
in their dreary lives.
Pretty much, because they're like all girls school, and if they don't want to necessarily be a lesbian, then they have something akin to a dating couple.
Yeah,
they gift each other. They go on.
I guess,
on,
but it's still
on dates.
But it still feels just.
It feels forced.
It feels forced, and it doesn't make for a good show.
No.
Like,
it had potential for them to
these two, because they're the leads, should have diked it up like immediately. But of course, because it's this show,
this is Marimite, not Orange is the New Black.
yeah, you know what? That's pretty much it. Orange is the New Black is this show done right.
Well, they are in kind of an enclosed environment, even though they're kind of able to go off the grounds and go buy stuff.
Yeah, but it still feels it still feels very, very enclosed.
That's such a great poster. I want that poster.
I'm sure you do.
I do. I like Seinfeld and Star Wars.
But no, like even though the setting is a school and not a prison, it does feel very enclosed. You know?
Yeah, it does. It's again, it's like it's a microcosm again.
Yeah.
Initiating termination of existence.
Pretty good. Do the fact that we fit systems designed to... Oh, yeah.
See, there's a picture of Nietzsche dressed as Batman I really want it on a t-shirt. I still can't get a big enough picture to give my brother-in-law one day.
Oh, wait, no. Here we go. That's right. You ended this one with the Pizza Hut.
I really wanted to have Pizza Hut after this, too. I'm kind of a sucker for junk
Why is
food,
it that Pizza Hut always sponsors every anime? Like, they sponsor, like, every fucking anime. Like, they recently did Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah, but there's the burger place as well.
Yeah, well, okay, everyone did Attack on Titan, but, like...
Well, then corporate shells.
Pizza Hut does every single anime.
Yeah, like they're doing TMNT right now.
That guy just... I'm just gonna watch.
But they don't just do anime. They're doing the Ninja Turtles right now.
Are they?
They're four pizzas. Yeah, they're different styles of pizza. Leo's is vegetarian.
Really?
Yeah, but it's like the ones with like the
is Mikey all meat or is Raph all meat?
Raph's all meat. Yeah. Mikey's like ham, pepperoni, and jalapenos, and Donatello's is like the healthy one. So it's like chicken and red onions and green peppers and white mushrooms.
Oh, cool.
They all sound pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
And they all have like the cheesy bites instead of like
it's
crust.
a crust, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's Cromarty. This is where like basically Camera Lady shows up one day and is like, I found this ridiculous show. And the first time you watched it, Dave, you straight up said, like you watched the first episode and you just turned it off and you're like, I feel like I've lost half my brain cells.
I did.
And you didn't like it at all.
No, because I didn't get a chance for it to really redeem itself, to go into that neurotic, self-effacing Larry David, acting as Jerry Seinfeld territory.
Yeah,
because you know what the big difference was between watching it originally and watching it after was I watched enough episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is Larry David's show after Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He basically plays like an exaggerated version of himself and deals with all the same kind of crap. So like it's basically Seinfeld translated to real life.
Oh yeah.
So then this was just Seinfeld going back from real life
into
an anime form.
Yeah.
A thug harem anime.
Thug harem anime. Yeah.
Well, this is kind of a thug harem.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah. But no, basically like you didn't like this show initially.
Come on, Slam.
You didn't like this show initially, but you had...
Oh, it grew on me so fast.
But it did give us material for the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, and another Reviewtopia secret. Do you have one?
Not really. I didn't spend as much time with those guys as I should have. But I mean, they're nice guys. I like talking to people.
Well, I can think of one.
What?
Remember Doc Pepper?
Yeah.
The guy who he put like his heart and soul into Reviewtopia.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, guys, I gotta be away. I gotta be away for one weekend. So at this meeting, here, you should do this. You should do this. You should do this. I'm just gonna go. But he was like, Doc Pepper was in charge, so he gave it to Shades. And then from what I had read, because this was actually in like a video of Doc Pepper's where he did like a Reviewtopia reveal all with Mark Muse, and I watched it, and he said, he said, I left him the list of stuff to do, and I left for the weekend, and I came back, and I realized, oh, they didn't do anything. And then I asked Shades why, and Shades said, well, it looked like there was nothing to do, so I just called it off.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you haven't watched like the Mark Muse, Doc Pepper tell-all?
I think we started and then...
You just bowed out?
Well, I think we had realized we had other things we had to do at the time, so...
He's like an hour long, that fucking thing. But no, I watched the whole.
I watched the highlights.
I watched the whole thing, and Doc Pepper straight up said like there was this one time where he had planned. He was like taking charge. He was gonna be gone for 1 week, and he like left out something for Shades to do, and they just bailed on it and just canceled the meeting because it was like, oh, I don't feel like it. Running a successful site, people. Running a successful site.
Anyways, enough of that crap. Goodbye.